Hello, my name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Mubarak Karim to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Tap Send remains to be your number one, numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you will see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
Hello, my name is Bismarck Ejapon. I'm a personal trainer here at Wembley Leisure Center. I am here to help you to achieve your health and fitness goals and also to transform your physique. I'm in the gym almost every single day. If I'm not here, you can come through to the casual area where you find my iPad stand and you can get in contact with me by filling in your details. If not, speak to a member of Better Gym staff and they'll be able to get in contact with myself.
Back from a very eventful weekend here in Ghana. Yes, if you were in Ghana over the weekend, you know that one of our flagship events, in fact, one of the biggest music festivals in Ghana that has to do with the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, celebration of Ghanaian music, happened over the weekend at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center. And when you check the trends from one to one, it's been trending throughout the weekend. Whichever activity or whoever was part of that particular event is part of the trends. And we are definitely going to have a discussion on some pointers that happened or some of the things that happened over the weekend on this particular platform. My name is Roland Amate. You are welcome. This is Sammy Flex TV live inside the studios. Yes, with me, the big man himself is here. Let me say big ups to Currency. Let me say big ups to Richie Flex. And with me is Oluwa Sammy Flex, who is going to help me have the big conversation. Big man, welcome.
Yeah. We are back from the VGMAs, and I want to say cheers to everybody who's watching us. This is Verna Mineral Water. It is the best in town. Okay. So anyone at all who is thirsty needs to get Verna Mineral Water. But congratulations to Charterhouse for that wonderful show they gave us.
Okay.
I want to believe I saw an improvement. I don't know about many though, but I think I saw an improvement from some of the previous events that we've done so far. Something was really going well for me.
You are one among the few saying something.
Yeah. Something was going well for me, I must say. I saw an improvement. As a matter of fact, maybe it is the fact that people comported themselves. Maybe. Because...
In what sense?
In what sense? You know, when it comes to the previous event, you see that the front will be crowded. When someone wins an award, unnecessary number of people following them to the stage. But this time we did not see that. The front was very opened. We did not see any security person standing in front of the stage, pushing people away. Nobody was going there. Like, it was done really well. That's why I'm saying that.
Okay.
I saw something improved compared to the previous years.
Was the sitting arrangement a contributing factor?
Yes, I think the sitting arrangement was also good. Just that, like always, people were complaining that those who were sitting in front, they were not active. They were dull, and I understand why they would behave like that. You know, sometimes when it comes to awards, people come dressed in a way, like everybody looking their best. And when you are looking your best, you don't want to misbehave. That's why I decided to look very simple.
You want to behave according to your dress.
Exactly. That is the problem. So people come there, my butter, king. You can't dance because you are in the suit now. First time watching that, the person can't dance. But if you go there looking your simplest and your comfort, you can turn yourself around and do your thing. So I want to blame it on such things, though. It might not be the major problem. I think the major problem is the fact that those who go to such places are high in society. High in society, they think they need to comport themselves because they'll be on TV and all that. But apart from that, it was okay. Charlie, big ups to the organizers and big ups to the awards winners. I know when it comes to awards, not everyone will be happy at the end of the day because expectations will not be met. Some people will be swerved and all. So all those ones are mixed feelings that are likely to come after an award scheme. But apart from that, I think it was okay for me.
Okay, so on the table today, Medikal is in the news. Yes, he was among the performers on the night, and we had the likes of Sarkodie episode, Last Mid, Jackie, all of them coming through, including Ofurian Ponsa, all of them coming through to perform. So one of the performances was Medikal. In fact, he is among the top artists that performed on the night with Jackie, Ofurian Ponsa, Sarkodie, and the likes who did magic on the stage. In fact, Medikal's performance has generated lots of conversation, especially the early minutes of his performance. You know, he came in a car that is on the red carpet, and that was the beginning of Medikal's set. He was supposed to come in a car. They built a podium for him, kind of a state of the nation or industry or world address kind of before he came onto the main stage to perform. But the ride which Medikal came in with is what has generated this whole conversation. Reading from GhanaCelebrities.com says, the headline says, Ewiase Ehu, Medikal dragged after showing up at VGMA in Yango ride and not Shagsy. The story says, social media users are stunned after Medikal showed up at the VGMA Awards in a Yango ride. Fans called out rapper, the best friend of Shatta Wale, for not using the opportunity to promote Wale's ride-sharing business, Shagsy, instead. Medikal made an interesting entry to the 2023 VGMA Awards, where he was billed to perform. The rapper showed up in a sleek black Yango branded car. Medikal was decked in suit with a black mask covering his entire face as usual. And some of the tweets are this: biggest yawa of the day is Medikal coming in a Yango, not Shagsy. And some people also came to say that he came in a Yango because they are sponsoring the show. Some of them say TV3 is aware that Yango is part of the sponsor, but because Shatta Wale's name was mentioned, they will still post it. And aside that, so people actually thought that, okay, since Medikal is doing this, how would somebody like Shatta respond? And we woke up to some response from man Shatta Wale. Let me give you a few, then I'll bring my big man in to give us some in-depth and huge analysis on this particular conversation. So Shatta Wale says, my G, MDK, business mind with business swag. Because of you, people are ordering Shagsy today. Love you, blood. The next one says, you people won't create fight for me and Medikal, abi? We be keyboard boys. Internet is our canteen. We do cook and chop for here. And the last one, which when TV3 came to post one of the tweets that were calling Medikal out, Shatta also came to respond to that particular post, saying, TV station and you did do like this, you are happy my G, AMJ Medikal, took another ride-hailing app instead of Shagsy. Why your station, it be witches they work for there. And he added laughing emojis with watermelon emoji. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, they will eat watermelon after everything.
But he added that one.
I'm sure that is what it means.
Big man.
Yep.
Is there fire on the mountain? As Medikal was spotted in a Yango instead of a Shagsy.
Sometimes some people say something. I think I'm beginning to understand what they mean when they say majority is not always right. Meanwhile, in some instances or in normal instances, everybody will say that, oh, the majority thinks it is like this.
The voice of the people.
The voice of the people. They think it is like this. Therefore, it should be like that. No, it is not. It is not all the time that it is like that. The fact that so many people are saying something doesn't make it right. So I've seen Agenda Boys on Twitter, and I want to say shout outs to Austin Wood. Austin Wood is one of the persons who shared that tweet. If you look at the TV3 tweet, his name is there. So it means he started it. I'm sure he even said the yawa of the day was the fact
yawa,
that
yes,
the big
yes,
yawa
yes,
was the fact that Medikal was seen in Yango. And I'm really surprised it came from him because he is a learned person. He knows so much. I know he's even an academy member to the VGMA. So I expected him to have known better and not to have come this way, unfortunately. But of course, if you're on Twitter and you want to do agenda business, sometimes you ignore the basics and you pay attention to the less important stuff. So are they saying, those who are thinking that Medikal has betrayed Shatta Wale by going for a Yango, which has Stonebwoy as an ambassador? Those who are saying that, does it mean they don't know that this year's VGMA, Yango was a partner?
I'm sure their surprise would be Medikal, who is also a brand ambassador for Shatta.
No. At that time, Medikal did not have control over the event. Remember, the event is not for Medikal. Remember, Medikal doesn't call for shots, or Medikal doesn't call the shots when it comes to the VGMAs. Medikal has signed a contract to do what VGMA does. And let me tell you something. When it comes to the awards, I have filled a form for some artists before, so I know. The award says that the moment you enter, it means they can use your image, they can use your everything to do anything that they want to do.
Wow.
Yes, that's what it says. Maybe another time when I'm doing that, I'll give you the chance to read the instructions on it. Before you start filling, they give you the instructions to read. As in maybe the FAQs or something like that. That the moment you start reading, it will tell you that as you are agreeing to do this, and you even do that before you start doing your submission.
Your entry.
Before you start doing your entry. So they will tell you they will use your image, they will use your sound, they will use your appearance, they will use everything as part of their property. So when you agree, then you enter. So at that time, Medikal did not have any power to say, I won't sit in a Yango branded car. And of course, Medikal obviously knows he did not pay to sit in a Yango car. Medikal knows that because which of the Yango cars in Ghana is Benz?
Well, that's also...
Which of the Yango cars in Ghana is Benz?
That's also...
And those cars were not small cars. So they were not Kia Matrix and Kia... how do they call that car?
Picanto.
Kia Picanto, thank you. They were not Kia Picanto cars we saw there. They were luxurious cars. They only had their... Right after the event, did you see any of them there? No. I'm sure right after the event, they went and they pulled off all the Yango brands from it because it was for a purpose. Like usual, anytime you go for VGMAs, you go to the car park, and if you are a nominee or a media person or a celebrity, when you park there, then they will chauffeur you to the event grounds. And that was it. So Medikal did not in any way betray Shatta Wale. I don't know why sometimes people try so hard to create beef when there is no beef. And that is what I saw. When I saw them, they started putting out those comments. I realized that, okay, so this will just want to create some tension.
Okay.
When in reality, there is no tension. So are they saying that if on that day, somebody was an ambassador for MTN, the person couldn't partake in the awards because it was sponsored by Vodafone?
Well, I think so. So let me also chip this in. Is it because Medikal's probably affiliation with the Shatta brand is so flexible that he can maneuver his way into some of these deals? Because I remember when some of these celebrities were signed onto Glow, they, after their contract elapsed, most people came out to say that that particular contract or partnership prevented some of them from even performing at the VGMAs and other network
Prevented
events.
them from performing?
From performing, yes.
Oh.
The likes of, is it P Square, and the likes all came to say some of these things, especially those who were signed to Glow, the celebrities that were signed on Glow.
I think I also remember something like this. Yes, I think I remember. But if it's an award scheme, they will not be prevented from performing.
Okay.
If it is any ordinary event
Musical
that
concert.
is powered by that network, then they might not be allowed to perform. But if it's an award scheme, award scheme is not for just an individual, it's for the whole industry. So you cannot say because you are a partner to, say, another network, you will not be allowed to come for the awards. No, that is not done anywhere.
Okay.
You understand? And even for Medikal and Shatta Wale with Shagzy, Medikal is just not an ambassador. He is a shareholder.
Okay.
A shareholder. So what it means that he does not have more restrictions like it is.
Like
now,
a
as I
normal
sit here,
ambassador would.
I represent Verna Mineral Water. But I go to programs that they don't serve Verna Mineral Water. I go to radio, TV platforms that they don't serve Verna Mineral Water. But I cannot throw them away because at that time, what is supreme is the station's work and not this. Given the opportunity to choose, I'll choose this one. Maybe what I'll not do is to flaunt them.
Okay.
That's what I won't do.
But you can still take it.
I can still take it. So Medikal did not flaunt them. He did not say people should go and order Yango.
Yango.
He did not say anything about it. He just sat in the car, just moved out of it and moved his way. You understand?
Okay.
Everybody on the day came in Yango. It was not an endorsement for them in any way. That was what was provided for them to use to come for the event. So when I also started seeing those things, I said, these guys, really, why should they even make a case out of this? Why should they make a case? Because, for instance, when the time was up for everybody to enter the event, they were given entry because they are artists, celebrities who have come for the event, not because, oh, this one is this one is this one is that. So all of them in one accord, the same treatment for everybody. So why do you alone want to say, oh, me, I don't want to come in Yango? Because of what? Because of what? There is no issue, as a matter of fact. I am so sorry to say, I'm so surprised learned people who are supposed to know better are rather championing this agenda. No, this is nya, and I don't know why people should even be looking for. And I have seen Shatta even saying that out of what they are doing, they are even getting more customers on the app because of what they started doing. Because maybe, why was Shagzy in this whole thing? Sometimes some things happen, and even if you don't look at the negative side and you take a look at the positive side, you realize that you gain from it. What happened had no Shagzy business. But because of people's negative agenda, it brought Shagzy in the conversation.
Into the conversation.
And how many people are even talking about Yango? Rather, they are talking about Shagzy. When Yango needs that publicity exclusively,
now they are sharing.
When Yango needed that publicity without anybody's inclusion, now it is Yango and Shagzy who is winning. And Medikal did not do anything to endorse Yango. He just sat in your car. And at the end of the day, after Medikal's performance, we are talking about so many things about the performance. And you guys brought in what? Shagzy. So I see this to be a win for Shagzy. And I've seen the two people who are also in this. They are even making more business out of it. They are rather making more business sense out of it, looking at their tweets that they are sharing. Everybody is being smart in this. So, agenda boys will try this, but they won't succeed. They won't succeed because they are not what?
Chicken.
They won't succeed because they are not chicken. So once again, of course, I know Medikal has been lambasted for how he handles his breath control on the stage. That is a fact.
Okay.
I think we need to understand so many things from him and maybe implore him to work on it moving forward. It is not something to shame him for. It is not his fault that he has that body stature God has blessed him with. But so many guys would want to be like the stature of Medikal.
Sure.
That is the pride of many guys. Thick, tall.
Yeah,
because that is what ladies want. Ladies want
them, who is your ideal
They want
man?
a thick, tall guy.
Nah,
and
yeah,
Medikal is that guy. You understand? So definitely, his body works will not be the same as maybe you or Currency. Because he's heavy, his body works will be more. And even because of that, there is something he does that maybe when he overcomes the breath thing, people would appreciate him more. He could have decided to become a lazy rapper on the stage.
Just
Because,
going up and down.
yes, knowing his body stature, he could have decided to become a lazy rapper on a stage.
Like Omar Sterling.
Yes, give me the thing and I'll just be rapping, walking and be rapping. But he just ignores all those things and still tries to be active. Tries to be jumping around, turning himself, playing ball left, right, and center. If you do this, until you have trained purposely for it, if you do this, you surely pant for breath. Wow. If you do this, you will surely pant for breath. In fact, all of us, even as tiny as we are, let's do something that calls for extra energy right now.
Even when
you'll
you are
be
talking
panting.
sometimes, right, it comes.
Exactly.
Like talking for a long
So
time.
we only have to encourage him that this is your job. I'm sure that is what we have seen with Sarkodie in recent times. That guy is always training. And I'm sure it is because of some of these things, because now he's performing the live band. And if you are performing the live band, it calls for even more energy because nothing is defending you. The moment your voice goes out, you are off.
Exposed.
So you need that energy. So maybe Medikal can take a cue from what Sarkodie has been doing for some time, and also pick up a certain session that would be good for him and what he does. But apart from that, he was fantastic. He did some freestyle on the stage. That was on point, talking about his experiences in the rap game, going to prison. And I think we have to pay attention to those who have done current freestyles on the stage, including Sarkodie's lines where people are calling, people are saying he called on Shatta Wale to pick his call for them to sort things out as mature people. That was also dope. Okay. As a matter of fact, I've been asking around whether it was a freestyle newly created or it is on one of his songs. Kojo was saying he might have heard something like that, but many people are saying it was a freestyle calling on Shatta Wale so that they can come back together to do their stuff and all. That was a good call, if it is. If it is another thing, then that's fine. But for now, I think we need to commend the rappers. They did well. And to those who are looking for that agenda to create some tension between Medikal and Shatta Wale, it won't wash. Those guys are mature. Those guys are too business-minded for you guys to win.
I wanted us to close on this one, but let's take 1 minute. Let me take 1 minute of your time on this particular issue. So over the weekend, whilst we were having our big event, that is the VGMAs, the then Prince Charles III, now King Charles, was also coronated over the weekend, and so many dignitaries all over the world were invited, including one that my big man here had issues with, one of the presidents. But we take it like that. But one of the highlights of that particular event has to do with Tiwa Savage, who was invited to come and perform at that August event. And this also has brought so much conversation. So many people are praising her. So many people are praising, like almost like the whole of Africa, for that beautiful representation. I don't know what you think. Big Man, have you seen her performance?
Yes. I've seen her performance, and let me say shout outs to some of our Nigerian friends who watch us. Many of them have sent me the messages calling for a review of that performance. And so after watching it, and let me also say big ups to Van Darko. Van Darko is a crazy guy.
My guy.
Van Darko is a crazy guy in the sense that when he sent it to me, instead of commending Tiwa Savage, he was rather trying to incite us against what we saw in UK.
How?
And let me read. Sometimes I just want to ignore, but the moment you asked how, I think it will be good for me to read. So he said that. So he sent me a video of the performance. It says, when we talk pet, Sammy go defend this our artist. See stage, see exposure, money, connections. Then I sent a message telling him that why would he compare a UK royal celebration to Ghana things like UK
royal.
No, what are you talking about? UK royal.
Not just at
yes, thank you.
UK
UK royal celebration, and you are saying when we talk, Sammy go defend our artists. See stage, see exposure, money, connections. So was Van Darko comparing that stage we saw to anything in Ghana?
How?
Ha! The stage is huge and beautiful. Now, the place they did it alone, a drone shot and the number of people there, Charlie, beautiful stuff.
That's a flat tail.
No, beautiful stuff. Hey, it's so nice. The sound coming out. Charlie Van Dijk will stop fooling. Yeah. Then I replied him and I said, no, he should stop that. How can he compare what we saw to what we are doing here? Then he came back to say, not the stage. Talking about Tiwa getting to perform. The links, record labels and things. There's connections. Aspiring for greater things than SHS store. Then I said, okay, let me ignore this. Then I went ahead to even read something that Ebenezer Donko, NYDJ, also posted on Facebook. Then he says, you are always thinking about fraud, weed, sex, and you want to be invited to perform at Coronation concerts. Agree day your eye top. Why are people like this?
Is this? I sense a shade to some of our artists.
No, what is the shade in this? Why shade someone in this? That you are always thinking about fraud, weed, sex, and want to be invited to perform at a Coronation concert. Agree day your eye top. Says Tiwa has a wide catalog to choose from and got it right. Key to the Kingdom of the Lion King album was just perfect for the occasion, and yes, she nailed it too. Charlie, there is time for everything. There is any song for every occasion.
And they think most of our people here don't have that same catalog.
I'm shocked.
Or similar catalog.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked why sometimes people use other success to make other people feel less of themselves. Yes, great things. Kudos to Tiwa Savage for this opportunity. There's a big deal. No two ways about that. It is a big deal because these videos are being shared by BBC and other international platforms. And the stage itself, to be at the moment, I am here seeing Tiwa like she will be considered as even a Brit couple. Because, hey, this is, they don't joke with their monarchy.
No.
They don't joke with their monarchy. So if after sorting out everything, your name was called, I'm sure now Tiwa can just go to Heathrow and say, yes, I'm coming. I perform for your king.
Yes, I don't need passport. You send your picture.
I perform for your king. I perform for your king.
What again?
What again? So it is a big deal, like big deal. The performance too was flawless. Tiwa is a singer. Like the vocal delivery on the day.
Fine
wow.
Singer.
It was beautiful. Like everything about that show, you can't say any negative thing about, not even half of it. Like it was so beautiful because what we have seen was even the video production part. Imagine getting that real feeling and the band experience, even how they started with the violin, that kind of band, orchestra of a sort. So beautiful, so beautiful. But nobody should use it to insult anybody. And again, to our friends who are Nigerians who are pushing me to say this, when Tiwa does this, it does not mean that any other artist is useless.
Of course.
How many artists could have been called? They can just call one. And any artist that they will choose, the artist will get to know what song to perform right. Yeah. After all, how many songs did she do? It was just one song.
And even, how do you call it? How many artists do they even call to perform even at the World Cup?
Exactly. It was just one song he did. If they call Shatta Wale today, Shatta will get a song to perform that will fit the occasion. If they call Stonebwoy will get a song that will fit the occasion. Everybody that they will call. In fact, if they call the wackest artist, the person can go and sing God Bless the King Keke, and that alone will be enough.
We are done.
So why are they making it look like, hey, because Tiwa got that opportunity, any other person who didn't get that opportunity is what? An animal? Be on performing behind. You guys should be serious for a minute. Big ups to Tiwa Savage. Congratulations to her. It is a big deal. That one, nobody will underrate it. It was a big deal. But we shouldn't make others look less of themselves because they did not get such opportunity.
Looks like today my big man has diluted people's agenda. In fact, was saying has diffused all the bombs and bullets. So if you're watching, I don't know what you also think. The comment section is definitely designed for you. This has been Sammy Flex Speaks live inside the studios of Sammy Flex TV. My name is Roland Amate. Big ups Currency, big ups to Chief Flex, and big ups to you also. Don't forget to recommend this channel to other people so we expand the family worldwide. We will meet on the next episode. Stay safe.